Hi everyone, this is Lori from happybirdsglitternest.blogspot.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make these simple little gift card holders out of 2.5-inch wide velvet ribbon and just some little simple filigree components, and I'll give you all that information when I go through the video with you. So stay tuned, and I really hope you enjoy this. Okay, so the first thing you're going to need is some velvet ribbon, and you can purchase this at Big Lots. They have these in 4 different colors: red, green, a royal blue, and kind of a champagne color, okay? And these run anywhere between $5.29 and $5.50 a piece. I've seen different prices on these. This is your 2.5-inch wide ribbon. Now you can certainly use the 3-inch ribbon, but the 2.5-inch ribbon will also do. Okay? And I will tell you, they also carry this at Walmart. I saw some very pretty velvet ribbon in the Christmas section where they have all the ornaments and wreaths and bows, and they had these beautiful rolls of ribbon for $7 and something cents a piece. They were in white, red, and green, and the red and green actually had kind of a ribbed pattern on it too. You could choose both, just the plain or the one with a ribbed pattern, but you can pick it up at Walmart as well. I will forewarn you about something. If you choose to buy this at Big Lots, I bought, of course, a roll of green, and this particular one was kind of defective. I'll show you what I'm talking about. If you look at the back, you can see how this is curled. It should be straight, and instead it's curled. I may be able to iron that out, I don't know, but when you're looking at your rolls of ribbon, make sure that the edges here are not curled, because I couldn't use a lot of the ribbon on this roll because of that. Now, I didn't have any problem with the red, so I might have just picked up this one defective roll, but I'm not sure. Just keep your eyes open. And so we'll go ahead and get started with this. Now, you're going to need to cut off about 10 inches, all right? And I'm just going to make this as even as I can. It doesn't have to be 100% perfect, but I want it to look as nice as I can. Okay? All right. Now, at the bottom part, you're going to want to start this by rolling about a 1/2 inch, like this, and then another 1/2 inch, like that. Now, don't worry if you see maybe a tiny wire popping out. We'll get to that later on if that happens. We'll just cut it off, okay? But right now we're just kind of measuring things. So I'm going to roll this side at 1/2 inch and another 1/2 inch, okay? Now see how it's kind of poofy? Don't worry about that. We'll get to that as well, okay? Now, I collect these used gift cards for props when I'm doing my crafts. So we're going to kind of measure. You see how it fits nice? We're going to kind of measure by pulling this up at about, I would say most of it, at least 3/4 inch of the card. We're going to pull this up. Going to squeeze the ends here, and we're going to fold this over. Now, if you like the way this looks, you can go ahead and use it. For me, it's a little too, I want it up a little higher because I want to be able to dangle beads from it without it looking funny, okay? So I'll probably want to unroll this and cut about another 1/2 inch off this, okay? And then I'm going to come back and fold it at 1/2 inch and then another 1/2 inch, okay? So, you know, you can adjust these cards. Alright, so that's looking better, like that. So I think I'm going to go down just a little bit further, not much, and see how this looks. See, this is all about basically how it looks to you. Okay, so I think this is about the right measurement here. I just have to kind of even things up a little bit. Okay, let me fix this end of it. And you can press the corners like that to make everything nice and neat. Press the corners, that's where the wire is. Okay, so this is looking pretty good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this out like that, okay, and I'm going to gently unroll this. I can see where the lines are, where I measured everything. And I'm going to take a little bit of hot glue with my mini detail hot glue gun, and I'm going to fold this back where I had it. Oops, didn't mean to do that. I think I had some on my fingers. And then press that flat, okay? Then you're going to come back in with a little bit more. And then press that flat as well, just so it'll be nice and even, okay? Now you're going to do the same thing with the bottom part. And if you see any little tiny wires popping out, don't worry about it, because once we fold it and glue it like this, we can just come back in with our scissors and just snip it off, okay? Alright, and the reason why I'm putting the hot glue like this is because we're trying to flatten this as much as we can so it won't be so poofy. Alright. Okay, so now we're going to slide the gift card back in here real quick, just to make sure that pinch the corners, and pinch the corners. So that looks pretty nice right now. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take out the card, and right here we're going to put a little bit of hot glue just on this edge. We're not going to go past this edge here, okay, because we want the gift card to fit, and it will fit nicely. Now I'm not starting with the hot glue up here, okay, I'm starting with the hot glue right here, and I'm just putting a little bit on. And you're going to need a mini hot glue gun to do this. Okay, and then we're just going to gently press like this. See? And reason why we didn't put any hot glue up here is I kind of like to leave this top part open to help slide the gift card in. Now we're going to make this cool just a tiny bit, or allow this to cool, not make it cool. Alright, and then we're going to do the same thing on this side, from here to here. I'm not going all the way to the top. Alright, and then we're gently... So, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put our little filigrees up here. Now I bought these filigrees from Temu. They were really cheap. Seems to be standard stock for them. They sell out, they get more in pretty quickly, and they sell out again. But these are bendable, and you can cut these very easily with scissors because they're so thin. Okay, so we have a couple of options with the top. You can take a ribbon end that you can find in the jewelry finding section at Hobby Lobby. They sell them in a little bag. It's the Jewelry Shop brand, and I think they're $2.99 or $3.99 regular price for a bag. They have them in gold and silver. They have scalloped edges. Okay. Now, if you don't have jewelry making experience, these could be a little tricky for you. So, I also gave you another option. Let's see, doing something like this, where you just glue this on like that and leave a little bit hanging over, and you can slip a little jewelry charm with a jump ring right here at the bottom. Okay, so you can do that a couple of ways. I'm going to show you how I put this on, just in case you want to know how to do it. Okay, so what I did was, I'm going to take my flat nose pliers. I'm going to hold it like this, kind of at an angle. Alright, and I'm just going to slip this on, and you're going to have to find the middle. Okay, so be careful before you squeeze it. Make sure that it's in the middle, because it will be very obvious if it's not. Okay, so I think I'm not gonna squeeze it all the way down. I squeezed it just a little bit, so if I needed to slide it around, I could. Okay, which I do. Right, now if you push it all the way down, you won't be able to slide this around. Okay, so I'm just doing it a little bit. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and crimp it all the way, like that. Okay, so that's our middle. And so you can take this and glue that at the top if you want, or something like this. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and use this. Now, since this filigree is so open, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some glue on my finger here, kind of spread it around a little bit, but make it enough to where you can tap this like that on the back. Okay, so we have enough glue on there now to have this stick, but not so much glue that it's gonna seep through and make a mess, you know. Okay, so there we go. And we're going to allow this to dry. And yes, we will put an embellishment in the middle, but let's see. Let me look at my... Okay, so I think I might put this on right here. It's just a little embellishment I got from Temu. I picked the glue off my finger too. And it's very lightweight. It's acrylic. Okay. And I'm just going to place that right in the middle, like that. And I'm going to allow that to dry along with the little filigree. Okay? So when that's completely dry, I'll be back. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take these little corners and we're just going to slide them on like this. Now, don't worry about the width or anything like that. It'll grab onto this fabric. Alright, and so this is what we're going to do. We're going to start by putting right here just the tiniest bit of hot glue here and here. And you have to work fairly quickly. But you're going to place this on like that, very easily. And you're going to want to do the same thing here. Don't put any of the hot glue down here in the center because you don't want it to leak out, okay? We're just putting it right here along the edge and sliding it right here, okay? And that will cool very quickly, all right? And so this is what we have so far. So the next step, oh, and I will show you before I go on to the next step. If you are unable to obtain these book corner protectors where you live, you can create your own. You can do anything you want. I'll show you how I did this. See? Like that. I'll show you what I did. Okay, I took... What did I do with these? I just had them. Hold on for a moment, please. Okay, I'm so sorry about that. Okay, so what you can do is you can cut these right here in half. Okay. Now, for this part, you can put a little bit of glue here at the top, like I showed you, with a Fabri-Tac, and then glue it onto the inside, where the whole part here is showing, so you can put a little jump ring with a little charm on. You can also cut these in half and place them here. The only thing different I did for the corners is, you see where I cut it in half, and there's a little piece here. It looks like, almost looks like 3 little dots. I just went in and cut that off in the middle. To where it looked like that. Okay? And then I did the same thing on this one. And like I said, these are very easy to cut. Just use a nice strong pair of scissors. And I did the same thing with the Fabri-Tac, like this, with my finger, and I just glued this on to the edges. So this is an option if you cannot find the ribbon crimp and you're having difficulty with the book corners. And I still think this came out just as nice. And see how we didn't glue this part down. I like it open. And it fits very easily. The gift cards do. Just a nice little presentation. Okay. And you can also use these for, you know, jewelry pieces like earrings or necklaces or something like that. There's a lot of different things you can do with these. So the last thing that we need to do here is just to put on a little charm, and I think I'll use a little heart. They did have these in silver as well, these little charms from Temu with the crystals, little crystal inside. I thought they were very pretty. So this is very tiny, this ribbon end, the little loop. So I'm using a 5mm jump ring. These come with jump rings on them, and it works fine if you want to hang it off a filigree like that. You don't have to go out and buy any jump rings. But if you're putting this through a ribbon crimp, you're going to have to use a 5mm because these will be too thick, these jump rings, to put through that hole. Okay, so I'm going to just take this off and get a 5mm jump ring, which I should have done already. Okay, I have the jump ring on the loop, so I'm going to bend it back and forth till I can feel it touch the jump ring, the two sides touching, and there we go, just like that. Okay, so I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial and that you try some of your own. Here is what we made today. This is our little gift card holder here, and then here's one with a teeny tiny lightweight gingerbread charm that I made, and then I made this one with a chain here. I'm not sure I would do that again, but and then I showed you the one we made without book corners or a ribbon crimp. We made this strictly with the filigrees, and then this little one as well. So put them all here, and thank you so much for watching, and really appreciate you coming to my channel. And if you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button below, and you'll be notified every time I upload a video. So I will see you again next Friday. Bye-bye.